Hey,
Hi, everybody.
haters!
Haters, welcome back.
What's up, y'all? We are happy to see you. Here we are. Welcome to our wonderful corners of the internet. Who are we? Well, we are the latest and greatest, and hopefully your favorite wrestling podcast in the land. We are the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billy.
Today, tonight, whenever it is you're deciding to join us here, we're going to do what we always do, which is give you our weekly recap of WWE wrestling. That's Monday Night Raw. But first, we huck it, chuck it. We're going to pass it over to my guy, Billiam, and he's going to give us the Friday Night SmackDown rundown. Let's go, Billiam.
Yo,
Yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah.
SmackDown was on Friday the 13th,
Ooh.
in Phoenix, Arizona. And it starts with a recap of the main event from the week before, which
Mhm.
was Cody Rhodes defeating Drew McIntyre to
Eh,
become the new undisputed WWE champion.
indeed, indeed, indeed.
So right after that, Drew comes out of the crowd and takes his spot on angrily on his perch, which is the announce table.
Okay.
So he stands there and basically calls out Nick Aldis for saying how much he was screwed, blah blah blah. And Nick Aldis obliges, comes out and says, "No, you screwed yourself," kind of thing, blah blah blah. They get face to face, and Drew McIntyre basically says, "This is bullshit." Uh, he does. They bleep it out, but he says it loud and proud. Uh, but and he's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" Jacob Fatu comes out and he's like, "If you want somebody to blame, blame me. I'm the one who took the chair away. So let's do something about it." And Drew's like, tired of you, tired of this, tired of everything. I quit.
Oh, yeah.
So Drew
Oh,
quits.
Drew quits.
Just walks through the crowd, disappears.
Hmm. Well, look at that.
Yep.
Hmm.
So after that, takes us to our first match. Uh, the continuing saga between the MFT and the Wyatt Six. So tag team match between with Tala Tonga and Solo Sikoa
Hmm.
versus Eric Rowan and Uncle Howdy. So the
Okay.
cool thing about this match is that the big guys are involved this time.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Why
I
so
mean that
soon?
was a cool little twist, and they actually got a lot of ring time, which was fun.
Cool. Cool.
Um, so it's fine, whatever. The Wyatts get the win again. Nikki Cross starts to or picks up the lantern, has the lantern. They get the win. Howdy's like, "Yeah, I have the lantern. We won." The MFT steal the lantern once again and run off.
All right.
Womp womp.
Can we please wrap this up at WrestleMania? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm a fan of the Wyatt Six and MFT, and it just they just need we need more. We need to.
More or enough.
Hmm.
Either way. So next match is
More.
between the WWE Women's Champ Jade Cargill and
Okay.
Michin. They've been talking about this for a while.
They
This
have.
match was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Um, Michin, I don't want to say she's growing on me, but it was overall it was a better match than I was expecting, which is always great in my book. But Jade obviously wins because she's Jade Cargill, and
Correct.
she's just it's mania. She has to show that she is still dominant.
She's a,
She tries to get interviewed by Kathy Kelly, but she scares poor Kathy Kelly off. So she grabs the microphone and basically says, "I'm not afraid of Rhea Ripley.
no.
Come at me. I'm right here." And then you hear Rhea's music hit. Surprisingly, didn't know she was there. Maybe she might be making the jump to SmackDown. I don't know, but I'm assuming she'll be there for the next oncoming weeks because why not?
Correct.
So she comes out, they do a little face to face, and Jade walks off. Rhea stands tall, and there it is.
All right.
We move on to the next match, which is the Irresistible Forces defending their women's tag team titles against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
But before the match, after Charlotte and Alexa come out while they're in the ring, the Bellas music hits. They come out and say, "Hey, we're here. We're back together.
Sure.
We're next
You
in
know.
line for the tag team championships, and
Yeah.
we're going to watch this match from ringside, just to see who we're going to face next." Anyway, so the irresistible forces come out. Um, blah blah blah.
Um,
Towards the end, Charlotte ends up kicking Nikki Bella in the face while they're
hmm.
ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Brie is like, "Oh, what the hell?" Nia turns around and pushes her out of the way. Alexa Bliss is going for Twisted Bliss on, I believe, Lash Legend. Brie slides in the ring. Bella's caused a disqualification. So, uh, and still your champions, Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
The irresistible force says.
I'm assuming it'll be a multi-team match for the tag titles. So at
What's
Mania,
up,
but we'll
man?
see.
We'll see.
Yep. Randy Orton runs into his good old pal Jelly Roll in the back, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He's like, "I was gonna be on Miz TV." He's like, "Do you have any advice?" He's like, once the Miz starts running his mouth, just beat his ass." He's like, "All right." So they do their little handshake, their high five. Great, see ya. See you later. Blah blah blah. So it goes to our next match. We kind of saw this tease earlier on. I didn't really mention it. Between Priest and R-Truth and Los Garza, which is Angel and Berto.
Yes.
They got into it in the back a little bit, so like let's settle this in the ring. So they do a cool match, but Truth and Damian Priest are riding that momentum into, I'm
Yep.
assuming, WrestleMania, or
Sure.
at least towards their tag team championship since they're number one contenders. So they pick up the victory over Los Garza.
Okay. Right on.
The After that, we see Alex Shelley, one half of Motor City Machine Guns, in the back. He runs into Johnny Gargano, who's just laying out on a crate.
He'll just
Candice LeRae is like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, "Come on, Johnny, get up. You can do it. You got this, Candice." She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna try to fix this." Again, I don't know how. So she just pushes Johnny in the crate off. So Chris Sabin walks up and he's like, "When are you gonna stop like worrying about Johnny Gargano?" He's like, "Hey man, Johnny's a human being. He needs help." And he's like, "Well, you're worrying about that loser guy. I'm worried about our team. I just got us a match, blah blah blah." He's like, "I just want to see if you're still dedicated." So, is there trouble with Motor City Machine Guns? I don't know, but we'll see what's going on with them later on.
I, I hope not, but okay.
Danhausen meets the Miz in the back and gives him his new T-shirt. He's like, "How did you get a?" He's like, "Oh, I have a new T-shirt. Doesn't everybody?" He's like, "No, everybody doesn't have a T-shirt, especially not in the first week." He's like, "Actually, I had mine in the first day, but that's besides the point." And then he goes, "Well, I just wanted to know if I can show it to you on Miz TV tonight, or if I can wear it on Good Night Housen with Danhausen." He's like, "I'll have guests and it'll be great, and I'll take over Miz TV." And Miz is like, "Wait, no, that's not gonna happen." He's like, "All right, well then you are cursed." And he's like, "Oh God," to curse, turns around and then spins back, and Danhausen's gone.
Yep. Little
So he strikes
Danhausen
again.
throwing a little shade housing. I love it.
Indeed, Hausen. Next up is the segment Miz TV, where Miz goes to introduce Jelly Roll. His microphone cuts out. So he's like, "Oh no." So he goes and gets another microphone, introduces
Mhm.
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll comes out. They have a great conversation for a little bit. Miz goes, "Hey, congratulations on the weight loss. I'm glad I motivated you to finally pick
Ha!
that up and, kind of make that step to change your life." And he's like, "You think you motivated me?" He got all offended, blah, blah, blah. And then Kit Wilson's music hits. Kit Wilson, yeah.
Talk
He
shit.
starts talking about toxic masculinity, blah, blah, blah. Jelly Roll, or he goes to punch Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll moves, hits Miz, or Jelly Roll hits Miz, whatever. Miz
Ooh,
gets knocked out. Jelly Roll's like, "Yeah, I did it great." And then they leave. That's the end of Miz TV.
the curse is real.
Curse continues to be real. After that, Carmelo Hayes is talking to Ilya Dragunov in the back, and he really wants to fight Ilya, like really bad. He
Oh,
just can't shake it. And Dragunov's like, I can't fight you if I'm fighting myself. Like he has these inner demons. He's going through some things. Just get back in the ring, man. I want to see you fight. I don't want to see you talk currently, but we'll see him. He's working this whole angle. I'm assuming he'll have some big. Hopefully at Mania he might have some WrestleMania match. That would be great. But
Yeah,
he's going through some little mental thing right now. So
I guess.
get back to it, Ilya. You deserve to be in that ring, brother.
You go find your smile, man.
Oh, this was great. And then it cuts to a quick little promo of a camera's following Tiffany Stratton, probably to the ring. I mean, it is to the ring, but so she goes, "All right, Julia, if I beat Kiana James tonight," like she's walking through, and right as she like turns a corner, her Chelsea Green rolls up in her wheelchair, literally, and she goes to start. He's like, "Wait a second here, what are you?" And all of a sudden, Tiffy grabs her wheelchair and like rolls her out of the way, and she's like, "Oh no!" You hear kind of a crash. You just see all the fire, and like Tiffy keeps walking. See all the fire in the walk in the background, just kind of walk slowly over to go get Chelsea. Basically
Mm,
saying if Tiffany Taylor beats Kiana tonight, then she is in line to get a U.S. Championship match against Julia in the future.
good.
So then next match is Kiana James versus Tiffany Stratton, and it's a great match. Julia ends up getting involved, but Chelsea Green and all the fire come out. Kiana goes to hit uh, Tiffany Stratton.
Yes.
Julia gets hit, flies into Chelsea and all the fire. Tiffy hits her prettiest moonsault ever and gets the victory. So she is on her way to getting that title match, hopefully at WrestleMania. Da-da. Flip on the page.
Turn
They talk
page.
about they're like, oh, next week in Raleigh's going to be a great night, and they're like, it's huge. The Irresistible Forces are fighting the Bellas next week for the tag titles. Like that's great. And then Kit Wilson calls out Jelly Roll. I and those are
Okay.
huge. Haters, that's huge for next week. And that was all we got. So
Oh,
yeah, I was like, ooh, like I clicked my pin. All right, what are they gonna say? And I write that down and I'm like, I, I all right. So earlier in the night, Sami Zayn ran into Cody Rhodes and yelled at him again and threw a water bottle again. So this time, Sami Zayn runs into Trick Williams,
okay.
who is heading out to his match with Jacob Fatu. And Sami Zayn is basically saying, "You are just like me. Like you're saying, I can't get to the point. Like I can't get to the top. How you doing, Trick? Like you can't do much either." And like back and forth, blah blah blah. Sami Zayn's having issues. I want him to turn heel finally and just have at it. Just him and Selena Vega and Aleister Black can go run off and do some great stuff together. That'd be fun.
Either that or he might need to join New Day or something.
I don't know, man, but do something with Sami Zayn,
Poor
please.
Sammy. What are we doing?
Next match, we get Trick Willie versus Jacob Fatu.
Want that
Trick
truth.
Williams, he has the turntable entrance again, so that's a regular. It's a staple. I love it. Keep it coming.
Glorious.
It's a great match, like wonderful match, both sides. Both guys look fantastic. Jacob Fatu's doing a handspring springboard like moonsault. Like I I don't know, man. But hey, guess what? Drew McIntyre didn't leave after all. He gets involved. He beats up Jacob Fatu. Ref doesn't see it. Trick Williams hits the knee. One, two, three. He wins.
All
So
right.
it's got to be Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. I imagine it's got to be great. Which brings us to the contract signing between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Now, normally things like that wouldn't be our main event, but tonight there is an exception because this
Oh yeah.
is our main event of the evening.
Let's go.
And strap in, haters, because
Mhm.
boy. It's great. Randy Orton comes out. Randy Orton's
This
all smiles.
must see TV, everyone. This was it.
Randy
This
Orton's all
was it.
smiles. He's hyped. He's doing his high fives. Hey, he's saying what's up to the kids. Like, great. Goes, has his great entrance. Cody Rhodes comes out, does the same thing, has the pyro, saying hi to the kids. Great to see it. This is great. They have chairs in the ring on either side of the table. And they're friends, they're buddy. They move them closer together. So they come around so they both face the camera, same side of the table. Cody grabs the microphone and says, "This is great. Like, my first match in 2007 was against Randy Orton, and now I'm defending against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. This is going to be awesome." Signs the contract. Randy Orton takes the microphone, goes to sign the contract, and is a little hesitant about it. And Cody's like, "No, this is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. It's you and me. It's going to be, this is everything we've worked for. Like, this is going to be one of the best WrestleManias of all time. You're Randy Orton." He's like, "All right." Like, gets up, they kind of walk around the table, does a little more, uh, hypes him up, because you have the three most deadliest nut letters in WrestleMania, and after the match, no matter what, I still will still love you.
Because Orton tells him he's like, look, I don't think you understand. Like, I need this.
Right.
I don't think you get it. And then
Yeah.
that's when Cody's like, oh no, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 And he's like, after the end of the day, I will still love you. It's like Randy Orton signs the contract. And then he smashes his head into the table, kicks him in the balls. Let's go.
Man,
Just doesn't hesitate, just goes and just beats him up, rips his shirt off, throws him outside, hits him in the head with the steel chairs, and he takes that shot. There's blood everywhere. And he goes, grabs his head, starts beating his head some more, blood everywhere, blood on Randy Orton. He lays him out on the announce table and just lays him out. Great. All right. He goes and gets the big long stairs, and he goes and he sets him up there, and he just
he
leaves him there.
puts his head in between the V
The little
and
V thing. So he
right
lays
there
there,
and just,
lays
man,
there,
I've never
lays
seen
there,
it
walks
before.
away. That's fine. Like, guys are like, "What are you doing? Oh my God." They're like wiping the blood off. Jelly Roll's out there. He pushes Jelly Roll to the ground. It's like, "Oh my God, he pushed Jelly Roll." Randy Orton leaves. He's done. That's fine. They're just checking on Cody. Cody's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Still
Orton
laying
sits
there.
there,
All of a
man.
sudden, you hear the crowd roar.
Yep.
Randy Orton comes out of the crowd
He
with a
sure does.
chair, runs right up to the announce table, wham, smashes the chair with Cody still in the steel steps, goes in the ring with the chair, sets it down in the middle of the ring, picks up the belt, sits there, belt across his chest, credits.
What an iconic shot. What a great last shot of him just sitting in the chair, holding the belt, just looking right into the camera. Um, yeah, man. Once Cody told him, like, no matter what, I will love you. It was almost like
Uh,
it was almost like the permission was given because I'm sure Orton. I mean, we'll get into our next little thing with Orton in a minute, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the things where it's like, bruh, love you or not, I'm gonna have to go to this dark place so I can eliminate that because I need to win.
I
So if
need number 15.
I have to tap in, if Apex Predator has to truly
Whew,
come. Sorry,
whew. Oh,
he
so
told him.
good. I watched it like 4 times, man. It's so good. I've been wanting this Randy Orton back for so long.
Yep.
And
No,
that's how it starts.
that's hot, man.
With 5 weeks to go, it can
Yep.
only get darker.
Indeed.
Now, please, let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Speaking of watching things 5 times, ladies and gentlemen, we go to Monday Night Raw, which is from San Antonio, Texas, home of the Riverwalk. And I watched this segment about 5 times, at least one part of it. Not the first part, because the first part, we got Masked Man, everybody. It's Masked Man time. It's Masked Man time. And they're all coming out naked. And it's so much so that even when Seth Rollins shows up, pulls off the mask, they even have a little graphic that's a masked man that morphs into Seth Rollins' name. They love the masked man, and so do we here at the. Okay, so he comes out and he says, I created the vision, And I create the vision. I don't care what Paul says, and I'll kill it if I want. Kind of giving me like Vince McMahon vibes, like I made the NWO, I'll kill it, or whatever. I'll take my creation and I'll kill it by when he brought the NWO in.
Yeah.
But he
Hashtag Michael
basically says,
Clarkson.
Seth says anybody that's rolling with Paul Heyman is marked for death. I'm not playing right now. Paul Heyman shows up. Paul Heyman looks like he would at the end of Hangover Part One, the movie.
Hmm.
Because I mean, he's just not looking great, looking like he's really
He's got
been
the
through it.
stubble. He's got like a busted
Eyes all
blood
jacked,
vessel in his right
almost looks like he
eye.
has pink eye or some shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's got the 5 o'clock coming in, hasn't shaved. He's had a bad time. Seth is basically telling him, "Look, man, I'm gonna make you pay for your betrayal. You're gonna get exactly what's coming to you." Paul says, "Oh, nay, nay, that's fine, but listen, you have to understand, these are the rules of engagement now. So now it's about that old golden rule: FAFO, FAFO, FAF5." Anyway, Brock Lesnar shows up, everybody. He starts tearing through masked men, which was a great thing because they just start getting thrown left and right. He's suplexing them, he's punching them all, he's F5ing them, he's just clearing out masked men the whole time. Seth Rollins just
Waiting.
staring right, like he's ready. Right now, we've been hyping a certain young men up for weeks, for a little while on this show, and let me tell you what, everybody, the lights go out, and then you just see green lighting, and you hear the beginnings, dun 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 dun, and yes, everybody, it's time for the ruler. Oh, Bob. Oh, Bob. Oba Femi shows up, everybody, and let me tell you what, y'all.
Yes.
Oba Femi hands Brock Lesnar his ass. There's
Yes.
no easy way to say it. He hands Brock Lesnar his ass. He picks him up fully, fall from grace. Boom. Brock,
Bro.
Brock even throwing him a little gas, a little break in the wall, like put your foot on my chest. Puts his foot on his chest. And he stands over Brock Lesnar. The beating was so crazy, Oba had a tear coming out of his eye. It's Oba against Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Let's go.
So I saw a little meme today. It said it was a picture of Brock Lesnar standing over Hulk Hogan. Brock was 25, Hulk was 48. And then it's a picture of Oba Femi standing over Brock. Oba's 27 and Brock is 48. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's go.
And
I've
at
been wanting
first,
this match since like
since Royal
Brock
Rumble,
was like, oh, we have an open challenge. And then Oba Femi's kind of been
since the
floating
stare down.
around.
Yeah, the stare down at Rumble, man.
Yep. Yep.
And even before, I was just like, man, Oba's the type of dude that could pick up and get Brock out of here. I was a little worried because there's the story that went out that said Brock said he didn't want to lose. Apparently, that's come out as not true. So I was like, well, if it got that major out, either somebody they did something happen, could have been work, who knows? But it's gonna be Oba, Femi, and Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 42. Let's go, Oba. Make the right choice, WWE.
Please.
We have a Usos and Punk apology recap for everybody that missed that. If you know, you know. You can go watch our recap. We talk about it. We comes up to our first match. It is El Grande Americano versus OG El Grande Americano with Los Americanos with El Grande Americano. At some point, the OG pants ripped in the ring. Had a little rip in the shorts, and
Yep.
you can kind of see a little air crack coming through. Little malfunction happened. Los Americanos help out as they do. They are the ones that actually slide in, put the metal piece in his mask, in El Grande's mask while he's laying there. So when OG goes for the headbutt, he headbutts the metal piece. He gets it. The winner is El Grande Americano. They need to bring on that mask v mask match. It needs to happen.
Hmm.
OTC shows up, everybody. Everybody put your ones up. The tribal chief pulls up. And the Usos are coming up, and he basically puts the entire fam on notice. He looks right in the camera and says, hey, anybody in the bloodline, if you feel that way about CM Punk, you have a green light. If you see him, let him know. Let your feelings know. Jay says we still need to highlight you though, man. So they go and have a little meeting. We get a nice little Judgment Day recap for everybody who missed it. Finn Balor is gotten
Finn is
beaten out.
out.
Okay. And then we get to a segment that I guess some people liked. I thought it was a little weird, not a place. Apparently, Liv Morgan cuts a promo and she says that what happened to Finn was her plan the entire time, and she masterminded that whole thing to get Finn out of Judgment Day, which
Uh,
it just felt weird. It felt odd. I feel like if you have Dom, even though I know Dom's hurt again, unfortunately, Dom hurt himself again. He's on concussion protocol. But I feel like if you have it coming from Dom and he's like, hey, so my plan this, like, you could have the same kind of premise where it's like, my plan this whole time was to basically test your loyalty. And when I needed you the most, you were about you instead of about us. So that's why this all had to happen. But so apparently Liv was the mastermind behind what
yeah,
happened.
that's
And I don't get it. It
yeah,
feels
that's the weird angle. I also I think it would have been better with Dom at taking point. I mean, he is still the retained the AAA Mega Championship. So he's the only one still with gold. So I don't know why Liv's taking control, but here we are. You do you, mommy, I guess.
right.
Uh,
Anyway,
so we'll see what happens.
Usos and the Roman, they're talking back. Uh, Roman gives a nice little rebuttal to the fans at home where he's like, "Hey, I hear Punk's been talking, saying I'm part time, but look, I might be a part time wrestler in his eye, but I'm a full time dad. That's my legacy. All
Yep.
right, that's where I've been. So when I'm not here, that's what I'm doing, and that's more important to me. So giving a little rebuttal to the shots. Um, but Jay's like, "Hell yeah, that's great. No, hey, we still need an apology."
Right. Yeah, he is
Forget what you're talking
hooked on
about.
that
You still need an
apology.
apology. And Roman's like, look. I don't need an apology. I'm good. But apparently y'all do. So I'm gonna go get you one.
Yeah, I'll handle it.
Right. So we come to the next match, which is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It is AJ Lee versus Bailey. I thought we'd get this at WrestleMania, but we're getting it on
You
Raw.
know,
And it
just
is a fantastic match. At one point, Michael Cole is doing the commentary in front of Bailey, like Bailey's right there, and Bailey's looking up the side, and Michael Cole, while he's like, this is your chance might be slipping. This is Bailey's last chance to go to WrestleMania. And she just looks at him. She's like, I know.
uh those two.
So that was great. Hey, these are just two crazy ladies going at it, man. It was fantastic. AJ hits the Black Widow on Bailey, and still your Women's Intercontinental Champion, AJ Lee. AJ Lee is continuing to look good. There was a guy in the back that was holding up two signs. They were rotating some signs. Two I want to point out in particular. Since they were in San Antonio, Texas, one sign said, "Gunter, please retire Jerry Jones." Who's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, for those who don't know. So that's just funny.
Yeah.
And then one sign said, I got it. We need more masked men.
No, we don't.
Loved it. Uh, JD is talking to Pierce backstage. He's like, what do you mean Dom doesn't get a automatic intercontinental title shot? Like, what happened? Blah, blah, blah. Penta comes up to JD, just goes, and then turns down Pierce and goes, thank you. And
Thanks.
then just walks off.
And walks away.
just glides off into the sunset. And then we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Apparently, AJ Lee was celebrating in the ring the whole time because we come back and Becky Lynch is giving her the business.
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
her up, hits her with the belt, and Becky Lynch has made it very clear she's not happy with AJ Lee, and pretty sure that's going to escalate into something at WrestleMania, maybe a gimmick match or something. I don't
Hmm.
know. So we get our next match. Penta, after coming out and says like, "Hey, I'm a fighting champion. I'll fight anyone." He fights Dragon Lee for the Intercontinental Championship. It is a great match. Great match.
This
Dragon Lee
match.
does a fantastic suicide bulldog through the ropes, hits Penta when he's on the announce table.
He flew so far.
It was very cool. Great moves from great. Another wonderful showing from Dragon Lee. Hashtag bring back the cruiserweight because man, these cats need something to fight for. But speaking of fighting for and keeping and winner, hashtag and still Cero Mero Penta is still your Intercontinental Champion. The Vision is backstage. They're checking on Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like, "Look, I get you. Y'all are mad. Y'all want to do all these things, but we don't have any power. We need
Gold.
titles. Titles bring power." bring me some tag titles, and we'll see. And Austin's like, we'll get it, and Logan's like, we'll get it. And so great.
Right.
uh, that brings us to our next match. Maxine Debris versus Natty. Natty wins. Moving on.
Yep.
That's
That's it. Plain
yeah.
English.
Maxine Debris versus Natty. Natty won.
Moving on.
There you go.
Yep.
Uh, Michael Cole tries to do a live interview with Randy Orton. Randy Orton looks like he's on the phone talking to somebody. He's basically going, "Thank you for letting me know that how much of a killer I really was, this and that." And he says, "Hey, I know you're supposed to be doing an interview, but I'm shutting that down. I'm not going to do an interview. I spoke to someone who has a brain, and just letting you know, there's more than one royal family." And so speculation is now beginning to who is on the phone. Is it Shane McMahon? Is it The Rock? Is it his father? So many names have been floating out. Javon Evans is backstage. He's trying to hype Dragon Lee up. Kofi comes up with Grayson Waller, talking to him in a fun kind of way. Basically, he basically goes, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't be hanging with people who are dragging you down."
Uh, uh,
Danhausen shows up. Danhausen, oh, how about I become the new member of the New Day? Yes, and we can have evil. We can have evil O's with marshmallow teeth. It's like that was like 10 years ago. You don't want me in the New Day? And Kofi goes, no, we don't want you in the New Day, and we would like you to leave. Fine. You are cursed. And when he says cursed, Kofi pulls Grayson Waller in front of it. And so, what? You pull me in front of it? Oh, let's ask him who he cursed. Turn around and Danhausen is gone. And it's like, oh, that rolled off my shoulder.
so good.
So Stephanie Vakir, next match is Stephanie Vakir versus Raquel Rodriguez. Stephanie Vakir has new music again,
Hmm.
and it's still not as good as her original.
Nope.
Liv is with Raquel. Io comes out, but she's getting handled by Raquel. So Io once again getting herself involved in this whole kind of thing. But your winner is Stephanie Vakir. She pulled it off. We got Lyra backstage yelling at Bailey. Basically, Oscar's mad. Lyra and Bailey are going to go after the tag team titles. It's basically what's happening there. So that brings us to, well, technically, the Stephanie Vakir match was the main event. But once again, just like with SmackDown, that was not the main event. We have another Roman and Punk promo to talk about. So that brings us to the main event of the evening.
Whoa.
OTC comes out and he's letting everybody know, hey, look, y'all really know whose show this is, right? But that's okay. Hey, Phil, can you come out here? We need to have a conversation. So, so Punk comes out, takes his sweet time, greets everybody, goes around the ring, makes room and wait. And while we're up against it, I'll basically just give you some of the highlights. Now, understand this. With this whole backdrop, the crowd is clearly more behind Roman than Punk, which already makes this uncomfortable for Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Roman's just out here. He's like, look, man, Phil, you've been comfortable out here running your mouth, this and that. And Punk's like, look, man, you keep using my government name. I would use yours, but I can't really pronounce it. I don't really feel like learning like TTY or whatever, that whole thing. And I would call you Joe, but that'd be offensive to another Samoan I know. And
Respect.
I don't want to do that to him.
Yeah.
And Roman's like, well, that's fine. You call him and ask him who the tribal chief is. And then it basically leads to Punk going, oh, I would say these things to you, but you're not here. You sent your crew. Roman's like, you know what, man? You've been saying the same thing for 5 years. You've been saying the same thing this whole time. Oh, you're part-time. He's like, okay, look, why don't you learn how the big money people roll around here? You know what? Why don't you go ask your wife? And then CM Punk's basically like, look, yeah, I'm gonna go in the wrestling. Roman tries to leave again, and Punk's like, no, you're on my show, and I tell you when you can leave. Even though the crowd is clearly chanting Roman,
Yep.
You're on my show, and I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna lift you over my great head of hair, and my fans are gonna chant CM Punk. Roman's like, look, man, like you're not better than me, you're not faster than me, you're not stronger than me, you're not even as good looking as me. Let's just face it, Phil, you're just old. And CM Punk snaps and punches him in the face. That's it. You got him.
Old.
It's, but look, just the reason why it's main event is because, again, I keep saying it. Roman Reigns is no longer the dude that you can out promo. He's up there handling stuff with one of the best talkers in the world and making him look, whether it's a work or not, it's just making Phil look like Phil, not like Punk.
Correct.
That's why you can call him Phil. It's like I'll call you Punk when you actually say something to rattle me. That's how I know Punk's back. I'm talking to old Phil right now. It's a
Main
and
events are
people
looking
oh,
good.
and people are like, oh, it should have been a darker angle. But I'm like, no, think about it. Like if you're really trying to get to Punk, he's heard the rumblings. He's heard, oh, he's getting slow, he's getting gas, he's an old champion. So I feel like it hit at a certain note. So
And we
that
still have 5 weeks. So again, it'll get there.
hey Billiam,
Yes.
let the people know how they can help us out before we wrap it up.
Oh, I would love to. Go ahead, haters, like and subscribe the podcast. Go ahead and tell your friends that your favorite wrestling podcast will soon be their favorite wrestling podcast. Comment down below matches you're looking forward to WrestleMania. Also, you can find us on Instagram, Section 8 Wrestling Pod. And if you want to listen to us, Spotify and Apple Music.
Thank y'all so much for joining our little corner of the internet. We love all of you for the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billy.
Hey, we gonna see y'all on the next one.
Bye, y'all.